Mr. Thomas, can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes. You can begin the presentation now. So, inshallah, that
But
should.
do you want me to start?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay, perfect. Well, good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the organizers, especially to Mohammed, for celebrating this amazing webinar and inviting me to be part of this session. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to be here today with all of you for sharing some thoughts and relevant ideas about how Dubai could work as a global trade hub for companies across the world. Well, as you can see, I have prepared a brief presentation in order to share with you some data as well as some insights about Dubai, about how to do halal business in Dubai and through Dubai. Well, coming back to the presentation, I would like to start highlighting His Highness Sayyid Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum vision. His Highness is the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai. In 2013, His Highness announced his vision to position Dubai as the capital of the Islamic economy worldwide. Okay. Since then, Dubai will be deploying, will be leading many initiatives in order to come up with a strong halal ecosystem in order to come up with initiatives for position Dubai as a platform for companies worldwide looking for expanding their business in the halal market. As many of you already know, halal is an Arabic term, okay, related to the good services and practices that are lawful as per the Sharia, as per the Islamic law. Okay, for this reason, we always say that the halal economy represent or include those sectors whose core products and services are affected by Islamic values. Okay, like food that must be halal, finance that must be Sharia compliant, or fashion that must be modest. Okay, here in this slide you have an overview of the halal or Islamic economy. As you can see, this market is growing so fast. Okay, according to the latest version of the State of the Global Islamic Economy report in 2018, the Muslim population across the world spent $2.2 trillion in halal products and services. Many people think that halal is something only mandatory for food, is only related to the F&B market. But As you can see in this slide, there are many others halal-related sectors. For example, I think it's relevant to highlight how the halal cosmetics or halal pharma sectors are growing. Okay, there are also many business opportunities in sectors, in halal ones, beyond the F&B one. Okay, and I think this slide is clear, is a good one for highlighting this point, no? That halal is something big. The halal market is growing so fast and is offering today business opportunities beyond the food and beverage sector ones. Okay. Well, after the halal market overview, I would like to introduce you Dubai as a global gateway or platform or hub for the halal industry. Okay. As you know, the UAE, Dubai, the country, UAE is well located. We are so close to many emerging countries such as India or Turkey, but we are also in the middle between the Western countries and the Eastern countries that you can see in the chart of this slide. For this reason, we can say that Dubai is a gateway, a very good one for selling halal goods across the world, because we are, as you can see, well located and obviously also well connected through airlines, for example, such as Emirates or Etihad in Abu Dhabi. Companies can reach from Dubai or from the UAE in 2 hours. Halal market worth in $518 billion in consumer spending. Okay, Dubai is well connected by sea as well as by air. We have here a state-of-the-art infrastructure, logistic ones, transport ones, and for the reason is a great place for doing business in general, but also for doing halal ones in particular. Why? Because since 2013, when His Highness announced his vision to become Dubai the capital of the Islamic economy, Dubai government, the Dubai government has been developing strong initiatives in order to achieve that goal. Maybe many of you are aware of the Dubai Islamic Economy Development Center role, but for those that don't know this center, Dubai government create a center, the Dubai Islamic Economy Development Center, for leading initiatives in 3 key pillars. Okay, in the 3 areas that you can see in this slide. Okay, they are in charge of leading, coordinating the initiative in Dubai related to the Islamic finance area, as well as to the halal industry and the Islamic lifestyle ones. Okay, and they are the ones in charge of leading, coordinating, and supervising all the initiatives related to the Islamic economy in Dubai. Okay. Well, once we know the role, the key role of the Dubai Islamic Economic Development Center, I think it's also relevant to share with you, to show you other key stakeholders here in Dubai, public and private ones, supporting His Highness vision, as well as the DIDC, the Dubai Islamic Economic Development Center work. As you can see in this slide, we have a strong and vibrant halal ecosystem. Okay, for example, for the halal legal framework point of view, we have here a strong institution such as ESMA, EIAC, ENAS, or IHAF in order not in order to regulate, obviously, this market in the UAE, but also, for example, in the case of IHAF, the International Halal Accreditation Fund, also in order to harmonize the current halal standard worldwide. Okay, but if you check the slide, we have many initiatives, relevant ones, in order to facilitate halal trade, the halal business here in halal businesses here in Dubai and through Dubai. As you can see in the pillar related to the halal economy, marketing or distribution resources, the halal trade and marketing center, the global business development center that I'm leading, is one of the DIDC key stakeholders in order to activate the halal trade in Dubai and through Dubai. As you see, we have also more stakeholders for the same goal, and another ones for achieving other goals, for example, related to the Islamic finance, or also to promote the halal knowledge. Well, now I would like to show you some success cases from Dubai. Okay, I would like to give you a brief introduction about success cases here in Dubai, companies from abroad using Dubai as a platform for distributing, for selling, obviously, but as well for distributing and selling their halal certified products across other Muslim majority countries. Well, before to start with the success cases, I would like to say that, as many of you already know, the UAE and Dubai are tiny, are small. The UAE is a small country in terms of population. We have 10 million people living here in the UAE, But many companies, as per the reasons or the factor that we saw before, are choosing Dubai for setting up their businesses and sell their products not only here in the UAE, also across the GCC countries, across the MENA region, across the OIC countries, the Muslim majority countries, the 57 ones. Why? Because as I already mentioned, we have in place, we have here strong logistic companies, we have state-of-the-art facilities, and also we have fiscal incentives for companies using Dubai for business. But for the facilities one, many companies are deciding to come to Dubai to do business, not only here, also across the Muslim majority countries. Why? Because these facilities, these logistic and transport one, are allowing companies to re-export their products, their halal certified ones, across those Muslim majority countries. In fact, the 65% of the goods coming to Dubai today are later on re-exported to other countries, mostly to Muslim majority ones, okay? Well, coming back to the success cases, I would like to share with you the cases of three companies from different sectors, all of them based here in Dubai, using one of the free zones that we have here. They are based in the Dubai Airport Free Zone Authority. And as I told you, they are using DAPSA, Dubai Airport Free Zone Authority facilities. They are using Dubai, the UAE, not only for selling their halal certified products, also for distributing or re-exporting their halal certified ones across the GCC countries, as well as the MENA region, and in many other cases, as well as across the OIC, the Muslim majority countries, no? Southeast Asian ones or the Central Asia ones, also exporting their products sometimes to Eastern Africa, okay? Well, as you can see, here we have three cases. The first one is Fonterra. It's a dairy company from New Zealand. It's the largest dairy company in the world. And obviously, they got the halal certification there in New Zealand. They got the halal certification from a certifier recognized by the GCC accreditation authorities, and then they decide to come to Dubai in order to sell here their products, and also to use Dubai as a hub for selling their halal certified reference in other in many other Muslim majority countries. So here, for example, you have another case about Labs from US. It's a company from the pharma sector, as you know, and obviously they also got the Halal certification. In this case, as you can see in the slide, they got IFANCA Halal certification in the US in order to produce and distribute, sell their halal certified pharma products in the Muslim majority countries. And Abbott is also a company, in this case, as I already mentioned, from the pharma sector, using Dubai facilities, using Dubai platform for distributing and marketing their halal certified products. And finally, for example, here we have another success case, again from US, again from the F&B sector. The case is this third one is Hershey's. As you can see, they also got the Halal certification there in the US, also from IFANCA. IFANCA, you know, is one of the largest halal certification bodies worldwide, and they also have the halal accreditations from the Muslim majority countries, and in particular from the GCC authorities in this field. Well, RC in short is doing the same. They came to Dubai many years ago. They decide at that time to use Dubai as a hub for the MENA region, and use DAF's Dubai Air Coefficient Authority facilities for distributing and selling their halal certificate chocolates. Well, why Dubai is offering a huge or great opportunity for the companies looking for expanding their business in the halal sector? Well, as many of you already know, some of the OIC market, some of the Muslim majority countries are net importers in terms of food, cosmetics, or pharma products, okay? They are, for example, the GCC countries, as you know, they are exporting oil, they are exporting gas, they are net exporters in terms of energy-related raw materials. But at the same time, we are net importers of, for example, food. And for example, here in Dubai, in the UAE, we are importing around the 60% of the food that we are consuming. The same happens when we check all the Muslim majority countries, such as Saudi, such as Algeria, okay? There are many Muslim majority countries, especially in the MENA region, importing the 60, 70, 80% of the, for example, F&B products that they are consuming. By the way, something similar is happening with other consumption goods. It's happening something similar with pharma, with cosmetics. Why? Because here, as you know, we have a growing population. We have a big community of potential consumers, but we don't have factories. We don't have, in many cases, the production plants for supplying these sectors with our national or local production. For the reason, we are importing, as you can see, for example, in the case of the F&B products in this slide, you can see that we are importing huge amounts of money. We are importing a lot of F&B products. We are spending a huge amount of money for importing these products. And if you can see the ranking in this slide among the largest source markets in terms of halal F&B products, we have many non-Muslim majority countries there. No, the ranking is led by Brazil, but you can find other non-Muslim majority countries such as USA, Argentina, or for example, India or Russia. Okay, the F&B is coming from non-Muslim majority countries. Okay, and if you check the map, the top 5 importers of halal certified F&B products, you can see that the UAE is the 3rd largest one. But as I told you, UAE is a small country in terms of population, so we can't eat all this food. And the question is, what's happening? Well, as I told you, many of the, or a vast part of the F&B products coming to the UAE are later on re-export to other countries, to other Muslim majority countries. For the reason, UAE is the right place to be if you want to do halal business, because obviously you have here 10 million people, 10 million potential consumer, but you can also have, through our state-of-the-art facilities, logistics, and transport companies, the possibility to use UAE Dubai as a platform for re-exporting, for distributing your and selling your halal certified products through the GCC, through other GCC countries, as well as through other Muslim majority ones. Okay, and that's, in my opinion, the main reason to think about Dubai when we want to expand our businesses through the halal market. Well, finally, I would like also to give you a brief introduction or presentation about the Halal Trade and Marketing Center. Okay, as I told you, the Halal Trade and Marketing Center belongs to Dubai government. It's one of the TIDC initiatives for activating the halal trade worldwide, as well as in or through Dubai. And in short, we are a global business development center. Okay, we are a global business development center focused on the halal economy opportunities for the industry, which include suppliers, producers, importers, distributors, retailers of halal products and services. Our mandate, our role is support companies worldwide to get access to the halal market. Well, the center was co-founded by the DIDC, the Dubai Islamic Economy Center, and the Dubai Airport Free Zone Authority, okay, to fulfill an identified gap of enabling companies in the halal space. As I mentioned, our mandate is activate the halal trade, is support the halal industry to get access, to get business the opportunities in the Muslim majority countries. Well, we are providing services in order to achieve that goal. We are providing services in 3 key areas. We are providing services in 3 pillars. The first one is related to the marketing intelligence, where we are supporting companies to get access to data, insights, relevant information, okay, in order to help them to better understand the trends, the challenges, as well as the opportunities of this fast-growing market. Okay, we are, in short, we are providing knowledge products. Okay, we are delivering, we are developing, elaborating market studies. Secondly, we have another business line or pillar or area of services related to the halal legal framework. Okay, we are not a halal certification body, we are not a halal accreditation or standardization body, but still we have some advisory services as well as some training courses in order to support also companies to better understand the international requirements that they need to fulfill when they want to get the halal certification and then produce and sell their halal certified products according to the global halal standards. And finally, we have a third pillar, the growth support one, when we are facilitating companies worldwide the possibility to identify and connect with the right importers, distributors, and retailers for their halal certified companies. Because as many of you already know, today we can find thousands of halal certified companies across the world, but hopefully the Halal certification is no longer the big issue for the companies looking for expanding their business in the Halal market. But today, they are facing new challenges, and among them, obviously, there are still some issues or matters related to the halal compliance, but beyond the regulation questions, the main, from our point of view, the main challenge today for the halal certified companies worldwide is to find clients, to find buyers. And for this reason, we are developing, we are leading from the center many initiatives, actions in order to support halal certified companies to identify and find potential clients for their halal certified products. Well, I think now everything is clear about how Dubai could help companies, halal certified ones, and those also looking for getting the halal certification and then expanding their business in the Muslim majority countries. How Dubai could help them to be successful in this market, how we can, from Dubai, support companies to get access and be successful in the halal market. Now I'm here for replying any question. I don't know if there are any, but I will be more than happy to reply your questions or doubts. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much for your time, especially to the attendees for joining us today. And as I mentioned, we will be happy to reply your questions as well as to help you with your halal businesses. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the presentation, Mr. Thomas. It was really informative. And I have one question. Say, for example, we are like launching an online retail platform in the GCC. So how can your center support any e-commerce company which wants to launch an online e-commerce portal for halal products in the GCC market? And what will be the advantage to set up in Dubai instead of going to Bahrain or any other place in the GCC?
Thank you very much, Mohammed, for your questions. Good ones, by the way. Well, first of all, related to your first question, to your first point, I would like to say that, for example, the Halal Trade and Marketing Center is currently supporting companies in the e-commerce space to get access to the largest halal certified producers, as well as to get connectivity to get connectivity with the main or key importers or distributors for halal certified products in the GCC or MENA region. As I told you, we have the knowledge, we have the connectivity, the network to get access to the producers as well as to the buyers in order to invite them to join the platform or to know the e-commerce project, so they can start to use the e-commerce platform, your project, to sell or buy halal certified products. And related to your second question, obviously, when you compare the UAE with other GCC or MENA region countries, you find many differences. And Dubai, as I already mentioned, is not only offering state-of-the-art facilities. We are, for example, also offering through our special economic zone, for example, through the Dubai Airport Free Zone Authority, fiscal incentives to those companies looking for expanding their business in this part of the world. So at the end of the day, Dubai's value proposition for companies looking for setting up their business in this part of the world is, if you compare with others, not only from the GCC as well as from other MENA region or Asia region or part of the world, you will see that Dubai value proposition is the best or one of the best today in the market for the companies.
Thank you so much for that answer. And yes, I do feel Dubai is much better placed to support halal industry startups, inshallah, and we will consider to set up in Dubai itself for the GCC operations for one of our projects which we are working on. I have another question. Which is, what will be the arrangement between a foreign entity, for example, a producer of halal product in Europe who wants to come into the GCC market? What will be the arrangement between your center and the foreign producer coming into, looking to come into the GCC market? How will you support them? One way you did say that you will help them to get connected to local distributors. So what will be the arrangement between the distributor, your center, and the producer?
Thank you very much, Mohammed, for your question. Again, first of all, HTMC is not a private company. So in order to clarify this point, first of all, I would like to say that we are not dealers or brokers, okay?
Okay.
So at the end of the day, we are facilitating trade. We are
Okay.
connecting producers with buyers. Our mandate is
Mm.
activate the halal trade through Dubai.
Okay.
The center is a global value proposition. The center is not only for Dubai, for the UAE,
Mm.
or for the GCC countries, for the entire world. For this reason, we are supporting companies from, for example, South America, Europe, Africa, or Central Asia to
Mm.
do business in the halal space. Or, well, as I uh, as I have already explained to all of you, we are providing consultancy services. We are providing services in the marketing intelligence, in the halal compliance, and in the road support services as well to facilitate this possibility to help, for example, as you mentioned, producers, halal ones in Europe to find, for example, retailers or distributors in Indonesia or here in the UAE or in Algeria or in Kazakhstan. Okay,
Okay.
the center has the knowledge, has the connectivity, has the network to reach the
Mm.
key or largest importers or distributors. We have this possibility. I think it's relevant also to use your question to highlight that the Halal Trade and Marketing Center, because maybe it would be good to clarify how we are working. The center has service partners. We have a strong service partner network with 27 service partners from different sectors, from different regions, with different roles. For example, we have among our service partners, we have research advisory firms, we have halal accreditation bodies, we have Islamic banks, we have chambers of commerce, we have business councils, we have different type of partners in order to support HTMC to come with solutions for producers or buyers interested in the halal market. HTMC is working as an aggregator. We are receiving the queries, we are receiving the request, the demands from the industry, then along with our service partners, through the power of our service partners, we are working, we are coming with proposals, with solutions for the companies from the selling side or from the buying side, looking for expanding their halal business.
Okay, that is great. Mashallah. And
Thank you.
we have one more question from one of the attendees.
Great.
They're asking how HTMC can support Indian SME. I think they have got this answer, but
Yes. Yes. Well, as I told you, HTMC first of all is supporting companies worldwide from different regions. Obviously, India is so close to the UAE is so close to the MENA region. There also there are more than 120 Muslim, 120 million Muslim population, and through our services we can support Indian SMEs also to get access and conquest the halal market. And obviously we will be happy to support Indian companies to grow in the halal space through our tailor-made services.
Thank you so much for the answer. Are there any more questions from the attendees? Any questions? If no more questions, then inshallah we can end this session. So yeah, no more questions. So thank you so much, Mr. Thomas, and it was a great pleasure and a very informative presentation. And surely we will get in touch with you again with regards to the trade activities that we have ongoing in the GCC and what we want to set up for GCC halal industry too. So inshallah.
Sure.
So,
Thank you to all of you for your time, as well as to you, Mohammed, for the invitation, for the opportunity. As I mentioned, happy to support you to grow in the halal space. Please feel free to contact me anytime if someone wants to get the presentation, or if someone wants to reach me, please drop me an email and I will be happy to arrange a conference call in order to explore how we can cooperate or collaborate in the halal economy space.
sure. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, and same to you. So we'll exit now. Yeah. Bye.